الأقباط الذين تركوا المسيحية بجملتها خلال هذه الحقبة من الزمن إلى أين ذهب؟ الغالبية العظمى تركوا المسيحية وأشهروا إسلامهم، والنسبة الأقل تركوا الكنيسة الأرثوذكسية وهربوا إلى الطوائف الإنجيلية. معلوماتك منين؟ هذا السي هو تسجيل صوتي لاجتماع اللجنة التي رأسها الأنبا بخوميوس مطران البحيرة، وحضرها الأنبا موسى صديق العمر. وهذه اللجنة بتقول أن عدد الذين يشهرون إسلامهم يوميا يتراوح بين 80 و200 شخص. وانتهت هذه اللجنة إلى أن عدد الذين يشهرون إسلامهم سنويا في مصر في المتوسط 50,000 شخص. كم عدد
اليوم لا اسب الصحابه ولا اكفر زوجات الرسول واحبهم، بس انا داخل فضلتي اريد انصم على الامام الحسين، اريد ابكي على الامام الحسين. يعني انا اقول مشكول ابن شيخ وليد لانه انت جاي تكفرنا وتطلعنا عن الاسلام، وانا شيخ وليد اقول خصيمك الله يوم القيامه اذا تكفر الشيعه اللي مثلي يتبعون هذا.
طيب لو علي بن ابي طالب كفرك تعمل ايه؟
لو الامام علي كفرني اكيد اتبع الامام علي لانه هو ابن عم الرسول.
في نهج البلاغ عن امير المؤمنين عليه السلام انه قال: الصبر على قدر المصيبه، ومن ضرب يده على فخذه عند مصيبه حبط اجره. اتفضل في نهج البلاغه.
الله اكبر. هل موجود بنهج البلاغه وسائل الشيعه؟
نعم والله. الله المستعان، ربنا يهديك ويهديك.
كيف ان هم ما جاي يطلعون لنا هاي الروايات؟ انا مستغرب منها حاليا.
اسالهم هم بقى، ربنا يهديهم ويصلح لهم حالهم. شكرا ليك يا سيدي.
ازيك يا روز؟ عامله ايه حبيبه قلبي بطله؟ ازيك؟
متدمره.
انا عارفه.
انا متدمره.
انا عارفه.
مخنوقه بجد.
انا عارفه.
هو اللي الاسلام اللي بيقولوا الاسلام انه كتابنا المقدس محرف ده صحيح؟
مش كتابنا محرف يا روز، الترجمات اللي في ايدينا ترجمه، لكن الكتاب موجود ومحفوظ.
الترجمه ما هم بيقولوا لنا الكلام ده، بيقولوا لنا الكتاب اللي موجود بين ايديكم محرف.
بصي
انت عارفه الصدمه اللي انا واكلاها دلوقتي؟ طب بصي انا عايز اسالك سؤال. لما كل المخطوطات موجوده في الكنيسه القبطيه صح؟ الاب تودرس على اي اساس عمل واحده مع الكنيسه مع الفاتيكان؟
هو ما تعملش الوحده، هي الوحده بنشكر ربنا المجمع خلي بالك يعني برضو مره تاني البابا تودرس هو شخص مش الكنيسه كلها، وطبعا وما تمتش الوحده، ودي شغل سياسه بعيد تماما عن.
If we think about this, the enemy of Ishmael, that Ishmael represents, is an enemy that cannot be defeated by conventional methods. There's no way to stop it, meaning there is no logical way of stopping people who are willing to die for their cause. What, they're threatened with death? Bring it on, gesundheit hate. That's what I want. You see, the Nazis, I have to say, at a minimum, if you can say something good about the Nazis, is that they were cowards. So when a Nazi thought he would be killed, starts negotiating when they saw that the end was near. And Hitler was enough of a coward that he took his own life in a quick way rather than facing the consequences. So Nazis were cowards. So cowards can be defeated by overwhelming military force. Mutual assured destruction only works when you either have cowards or at least normal people who don't want to die. But when you have people who don't care if they die, then how are you going to stop them? There's nothing you can do. So really, the statement of Rav Chaim Vital that Golus Yishmael is the most difficult Golus that Am Yisrael will face will be the confrontation with Yishmael. And he says Yishmael is the most difficult because they are the only one of our enemies that comes with a spiritual power. Meaning Esav that represents physicality and brute force. So of course, in the long run at least, Ruchnius, spirituality defeats physicality. The danger of Ishmael is a much more subtle danger, because Ishmael comes not only with physical brutality, but Ishmael comes with spiritual merits. They are a child of Abraham, they have a koach of prayer, they have a merit of Brit Milah, again, which goes back to Abraham. There is a tznius. In fact, one of the things that would be very, very funny if it wouldn't be said, I think Jordan wanted to not allow Israeli teenagers to go to Jordan because they said that they're lowering the standards of adolescent modesty. They felt that the Israeli kids were a bad influence on the Jordanian teenagers. Again, it would be funny if it wouldn't be said, but okay. So that raises the question that you're raising again, which is very perplexing, and that means because they have these merits, they can pray for bad things, and there's a certain power in their prayer.
We have the same God as the Arabs. We believe in the same God, one God. So it's a paradox. See, the Christians believe in the Trinity, whatever that's supposed to mean. But Allah means God, the Elokat that we say, and they believe in the one God who created the world.
My question is about the war. The Gemara says that when the Listim pray to Hashem for success, they pray good, He grants them success. He helps them to steal. And I think the Sephardi Nusach is different than the Ashkenazi Nusach, but we learned Hashem,
Yeah, the Sephardi, yeah.
And moreover, I remember when I was in yeshiva, you told us that the Arabim are such a difficult opponent because they do have certain schusim and they have a certain kasher with Hashem. They have Mila, they have some version of kashrut, they have sniot. Maybe some people would say they're better with sniot than we are. And so my question is something that I've been struggling with, standing before Hashem and feeling some sense of confusion and discouragement about that. And even though it hasn't been for me, I can imagine someone might feel something as negative as even betrayal. That to think that the Arabim are, they're praying to Hashem for success to hurt us, and we know that. We know that they did that, and we know that they had the success, and that Hashem answered their prayers. So how do we deal with that confusion with tefillah if we think about that? And moreover, do we even have the right to stand before Hashem and say to Hashem, please Hashem, listen to our prayers, ignore them? We know that they're saying, Hashem, listen to our prayers, ignore them.
Yeah.
And then even more than that, is there any, is it hashkafically correct to even think of this as like a schusim arms race, or like a tefillah, like Hashem's counting a cheshbon of tefillot and schusim between us and between them?
Yep, it's a very, very difficult issue, and this is a concept that I admit has given me much confusion and uncertainty over the years. And that is the notion that prayer has a power. Prayer has an efficacy, even when it is uttered by a rasha, and even when it's for immoral purposes. This is the koyach of prayer if it is belev shalem, if it is truly sincere. There is something called dark spiritual energy. Tefillah is a spiritual energy, and even when it comes out of darkness, it has a certain power.
يزيد على ذلك فإن الحاخام لا تكفر. من هو الكافر برأيي؟
من لا يؤمن بالله فقط.
نحن كفر ليه؟
حسب اللي بقوله.
لا انا بتشكر على صراحته. لقد كفر الذين قالوا ان الله هو المسيح ابن مريم، وانا اقول ان الله هو المسيح ابن مريم. لقد كفر الذين قالوا ان الله ثالث ثلاثه، انا اقول ان الله، انا بقول باسم الاب والابن والروح القدس اله واحد امين. مظبوط، وبتشكروا على صراحته.
الشهداء الأقباط الذين سقطوا في المعارك وفي مواجهة إسرائيل ضمن الجيش المصري،
حتى
تعتبرهم شهداء أو لا؟
لا طبعا، لو مات على النصراني لا يعتبر شهيد.
لا يعتبر شهيد.
هو شهيد. قول الفصل.
مفتي.
لا طبعا انا بعتبره شهيد لانه مظلوم وهو صاحب قضيه واستشهد من اجلها، فهو بهذا المعنى هو شهيد.
أنت